Okay, you can start.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bisu, and good afternoon, class. Today, Miss Melanie Baldio Puran and I are going to present on chapter 13 of the Leadership Experience, 4th edition, by Richard L. Daft, which is Vision and Strategic Direction. So, for this presentation, we are going to do an introduction, talk about the strategic leadership vision, the mission, strategy in action, the leader's contribution, the leader's impact, and conclusion. All right, class. As we begin, can you identify any of the persons in the photograph? You don't have to answer, you could just give a thumbs up. Yes, we're trying to find that thumbs up button. So the person to the left, or my left, that is US President John F. Kennedy, also called JFK. And the person on the right in that blue denim shirt is Burt Rutan, a retired US aerospace engineer and entrepreneur. Please note that Burt Rutan became inspired by President Kennedy's moon landing vision in the 1960s and developed his own ambitious goal to make human spaceflight as common as air travel. Despite his background in conventional aviation, he defined the norm, achieving remarkable feats like non-stop global flight by Voyager in the year 1980. When he introduced his vision of building a spacecraft, it initially overwhelmed his team at Scale Composites. That's the name of the company. However, the powerful and energizing vision led every employee to want to contribute. In 2004, Spaceship One marked a historic moment as a private business successfully launched humans into space, winning the $10 million Ansari X Prize. This vision, akin to Kennedy's moonshot goal, showcases the motivational power of idealistic visions. Leaders such as Rutan plays a crucial role in articulating and communicating such visions, inspiring followers to share their energy and enthusiasm with potential to revolutionize industries and change the way we perceive the universe. So, this chapter underscores the importance of leaders in shaping an organization's future. Also, explains the components and impacts of visionary leadership and explores how vision and strategy are formulated and achieved. What is strategic leadership? This is the ability to anticipate and envision the future, to remain flexible and to think strategically, also to collaborate with others to make changes that will provide the company with a competitive advantage in the future. So, also on the topic of strategic leadership, superior organizational performance results from leaders' deliberate choices. Effective leaders, especially in top roles, must grasp the organization's environment, foresee change, and set a compelling strategic direction. This necessitates strategic leadership encompassing vision, adaptability, and collaboration. In a complex, fast-paced world, leaders are overwhelmed with information, often diverting focus to internal issues. Research has shown leaders spend minimal time on long-term strategy. Despite challenges, a forward-looking perspective is crucial for sustained success. Therefore, as a leader, you can learn to think strategically. You can anticipate and envision the future and initiate changes that can help the group or organization thrive over the long term. So this is exhibit 13.1, the domain of strategic leadership. This illustrates the levels that make up the domain. Strategic leadership is responsible for the relationship of the external environment to choices about vision, mission, strategy, and their implementation. At the top is a clear, compelling vision of where the organization wants to be in 5 to 10 years. The vision reflects the environment and works in concert with the company's mission, its core values, purpose, and reason for existence. Strategy provides direction for translating the vision into action and is the basis for the development of specific mechanisms to help the organization achieve goals. Strategies are intentions, whereas implementation is through the basic organization architecture that make things happen. So as we pay attention to this domain, each level of the hierarchy supports the level above it. So the mission supports the vision, and the strategy supports the mission, and the architecture for alignment and implementation supports the strategy. Therefore, all underneath the vision are like support pillars. All right, so do we recognize this young person in the photograph? Just a thumbs up. All right, so just for your information, this person is Stanford R. Ovlinsky. All right, so a vision is a future dream that can be achieved realistically, offering a better future. So Stanford R. Ovlinsky had a 40-year quest to create affordable solar technology. In addition, Sony, you all ever heard about the Sony company? Sony company aspired to change the global perception of Japanese products in the 1950s, motivating innovation and national pride. Some visions are concise and motivating, such as Coca-Cola's goal of universal accessibility or Komotatsu aim to surpass Caterpillar. You all ever heard about Wrigley's gum? Wrigley Jr. aimed to expand beyond gum, envisioning his company's integration into everyday life. So visions inspire organizations and employees to achieve ambitions, yet attainable goals. Therefore, a vision is an attractive, ideal future that is credible, yet not readily available. Right, so we're just looking on at Sony Company, Coca-Cola, and Wrigley's. Exhibit 13.2 shows examples of brief vision statements. So Motorola became the premier company in the world. The Ritz-Carlton engineering department, they said to boldly go where no hotel has gone before, free of all defects. Another from Johnson Controls Incorporated, continually exceed our customers' increasing expectation. So we move on to exhibit 13.3, which is the nature of the vision. So let's turn our attention to the exhibits. Vision is shown as a guiding star, drawing everyone along the same path towards the future. Vision is based in the current reality, but is concerned with a future that is substantially different from the status quo. Taking the group or organization along this path requires leadership. As we could see to the bottom left of the photograph where current reality is, if we look up towards the star, that is the vision, and that is what is used to move towards future desires instead of just staying stagnant. What vision does, it takes the group or the organization along the path. So you move from the past into the future. What vision does? Vision works in a number of important ways. An effective vision provides a link between today and tomorrow, serves to energize and motivate employees towards the future, provides meaning for people's work, and sets a standard of excellence and integrity in the organization. Vision in the organization connects the present with the future aspirations. Microsoft's slogan, "Your potential inspires us to create products that help you reach it." This exemplifies how they create current solutions while envisioning future applications. Again, Wrigley's Junior Company leaders maintain their gum market dominance but encourage innovation by balancing present demands and future dreams. DuPont's success comes from its bifocal vision, reviewing short-term goals and quickly seizing new opportunities. DuPont business evolution from gunpowder to biotechnology illustrates this forward-thinking approach, emphasizing the importance of adaptability in long-term success. So vision energizes people and garners commitment. A compelling vision energizes and secures commitment from people in the workplace, while individuals willingly invest their time and passion in the causes they believe in outside of work, they often lack such inspiration at their jobs. People aren't typically motivated solely by profit and shareholder wealth. A vision should transcend financial goals as people are eager to commit to something genuinely meaningful, something that's better or their communities, for them or their communities. For example, Henry Ford's vision for Ford Motor Company was to create an affordable car that would bring joy to families and provide employment. His vision motivated employees because they saw an opportunity to improve lives, making work more meaningful. Vision gives meaning to work. People find dignity and meaning in their work, even in routine tasks, when they have a larger purpose. For example, a chef at a food bank found her work more meaningful than cooking for the affluent. Similarly, a clerk's perspective on processing insurance claims changes when they view it as helping victims of fire or burglary rebuild their lives. Housekeepers at a community hospital feel enthusiastic when they see their role as vital to the team dedicated to helping sick persons. Prospective employees today inquire about a company's vision during job interviews because they seek meaningful opportunities and want to know how they fit into the organization's goals. Does anyone recognize anything in the photograph? Anybody recognize the little character or the castle to the right?
Mickey Mouse.
Ah, very good. So yes, that is Mickey Mouse. All right. And we can clearly state that the background is Disney World. So vision establishes a standard of excellence and integrity. A powerful vision in an organization serves several important purposes. It challenges employees to give their best and provides a clear measure of their contribution. It helps workers to understand how their efforts fit into the bigger picture. In today's complex and fast-changing business environment, a vision acts as a focus button, clarifying the future and encouraging employees to take risks and find new solutions. A strong vision is also aligned with the organization's core values and ideals, setting a standard of integrity for the employees. It inspires people by emphasizing important values and allowing them to be part of something greater than themselves. For example, Walt Disney's vision of Disneyland unified and energized his employees. So now we're going to look at 5 common themes of vision. So these 5 themes are common to powerful, effective visions. They have broad, widely shared appeal. They help organizations deal with change. They encourage faith and hope for the future. Also, they reflect high ideals and they define both the organization's destination and the basic rules to get there. I now hand you over to Melanie.
So, what is the mission? We've heard about the vision, so we are now moving on to the mission. The mission is the organization's overall objective and reason for being. It defines the company's underlying beliefs and reason for being. It serves as the foundation for developing the vision, whereas vision is a lofty goal for the future, mission is what the organization stands for in a broader sense. So, what does the mission do? The mission of an organization is a guiding force that remains constant amidst changing circumstances. It plays a crucial role in holding the organization together during times of change, and it helps in making strategic decisions for the future. The mission defines the core values and purpose of an organization, providing employees with a sense of meaning in their work. Many studies have shown that when employees believe in the importance of their company's mission, they are more engaged, productive, and loyal. Establishing a strong mission can have a significant impact on employee satisfaction and overall company success. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Exhibit 13.4 shows the vision, mission, and core values of DuPont Canada. Consider how DuPont's specific vision grows out of the company's mission and works with it. We can see the company's mission made the job more important based on statistics. As a leader, you can keep in mind what the organization stands for in a broader sense, its core purpose and values, and create the vision around the central mission. For example, companies like Motorola, Walmart have missions that focus on benefiting the public, enriching women's life, and providing equal access to products. Leaders play a crucial role in framing such purposes. Next slide. Next slide. Genentech, the world's first biotechnology company, has become the leading star in the industry after 29 years. Its core purpose reflected in the motto, "In Business for Life." It drives mission It drives its mission to utilize human genetic information for development of medicines to combat serious and life-threatening diseases. Next slide, please. Exhibit 13.6 describes 4 basic approaches leaders take in framing an organizational purpose that help people feel that their work is worthwhile. So the first thing we will be talking about is discovery. Discovery. Discovery can inspire people to find or create something new, serving as a noble purpose. Companies like Google have fostered this by allowing employees to explore ideas and work on their project. We also have excellence. Excellence is a leadership approach that prioritizes individual and organizational excellence, focusing on quality rather than customer satisfaction. Companies like Apple prioritize high-quality technology over market share. Leaders treat managers and employees as valuable resources, providing support, reward for performance. This approach motivates employees to achieve personal fulfillment. We also have heroism. This refers to a company's strong, aggressive, and effective purpose, often reflecting an obsession with winning, as seen in Microsoft's goal of integrating Windows into personal computers. Next slide, please. So we are going to talk about strategy in action now. Strong missions and guiding visions are important, but they're not enough to create powerful organizations. To succeed, organizations need to translate their vision, values, and purpose into action through strategy. Strategic management involves making decisions and actions that achieve a competitively superior relationship between the organization and its environment, leading to organizational goals. Deciding where to go. Strategy is a comprehensive plan outlining resource allocation and other activities to manage the environment and assist an organization in achieving its objectives. Leaders ask questions such as, where is the organization now? Where does the organization want to be? What changes and what new trends are occurring in the competitive environment? What courses of action can help with us achieve our vision? In formulating strategy. Effective strategy development involves actively listening to both internal and external stakeholders, examining trends and discontinues in the environment, and forming and implementing specific strategies to achieve a competitive advantage between the organization and its environment. Strategic leaders study events that have already taken place and act based on their anticipation of future changes. For example, Progressive Insurance was the first to offer online rate codes, where other companies did not interpret growth of personal computers and the internet the same way. Good leaders participate. They look ahead and prepare for the future based on trends they see in the environment today, often requiring thinking. Innovative thinking carries risk and may require multiple shifts to get it right. To improve the chances for success, leaders develop strategies that focus on core competence, developing synergy, and creating value for customers. Next slide, please. Core competencies. An organization core competence is its exceptional performance compared to competitors. Leaders identify unique strengths that set them apart in the industry. Mr. LL Bean excels in the excellent customer service and quality guarantee, offering customers the option to return purchases for refunds or exchanges. A manager addressed a young boy's jacket frame, ensuring it was replaced for him, demonstrating the company's commitment to customer satisfaction. We also have synergy. The synergy is the interaction of organizational parts produce a joint effect that is greater than the sum of the parts. We have value, the combination of benefits received and paid by the customer. Next slide. Okay, so we can see here in Exhibit 13.7, making strategic decisions. Strategy formulation integrates knowledge of the environment, vision, and mission with a company's core competence in such a way as to achieve synergy and create value for customers. When these elements are brought together, the company has an excellent chance to succeed in a competitive environment. But to do so, leaders have to ensure that strategies are implemented, that actual behavior within the organization reflects the desired direction. So how do we get there? What do we do? We have to do this by strategic implantation. What is strategic implantation? Does anyone know what is strategic implantation? No? Okay. So strategy implantation is a crucial aspect of strategic management, and leaders must manage the process consistently to achieve results. A survey found that only 57% of firms reported successful implementation of new strategies over the 3 years. Bean's unique vision and strategy for baseball led to Oakland's a success by finding hidden talents among unwanted or undiscovered players. Bean's skill at finding hidden gems came from his own experiences as a big league outfielder and his unique vision and strategy for fielding a ball team. He buys low and sells high, looking for players at all levels who are undervalued by others. He then trades players once he has turned them into a star who is highly desired by other teams. So this slide we are back on. This provides a simplified model for how leaders make strategic decisions. The two dimensions considered are whether a particular choice will have a high or low strategic impact on businesses and whether implementation of the decision will be easy or difficult. Next slide, please. The leader's contribution. Effective leadership involving everyone, but also establishing direction through vision and strategy. If leaders fail to provide direction, organizations can fail. Eastern Mountain Sports, a sporting goods store, lost most of its core customers and became a fuzzy also ran in the outdoor retail industry. Since the CEO took over, EMS has been striving for a more coherent and focused strategic direction. Manza believes that EMS lack of clarity and differentiation is a significant issue. So that's why it's important for leadership contribution. Next slide, please. The owner of a lakeside restaurant shares a story of losing his village to a flood control project, leading to a decline in his business. Despite the loss, the owner continued to work hard and opened a larger restaurant on the hill behind the village. When the project was completed, the restaurant was the only attractive one on the lake's edge, attracting many tourists. The owner had a vision for the future and acted on it. To make a real difference, leaders must link their dreams with strategic actions, translating their visions into specific goals, objectives, and plan. The Old English churchyard saying applies to organizations as it does to life. Next slide, please. How leaders decide. Leaders determine strategic direction for the future by examining both internal and external organizational environments to identify trends, threats, and opportunities. They develop industry foresight based on trends in technology and demographics, government regulation, values, and lifestyles to identify new competitive advantages. Leaders use hard analysis such as situational analysis, SWT budgets, financial ratios, and employees surveys to develop a course for the future. Michael Porter's 5 parts analysis suggests that strategy is often the result of 5 competitive forces: potential new entrants, bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, threats of substitute products, and rivalry among competitors. A compelling vision and strategy must be based on a solid factual foundation, but too much rationality can hinder it. Next slide, please. Okay. So the leader's impact. Leaders play a crucial role in shaping their organization's future by linking vision and strategy. Strategic thinking and planning can transform big dreams into significant strategic action, positively affecting a company's performance and financial success. Research has shown that as much as 44% of the variance in profitability of major firms may be attributed to strategic leadership, sorry. The emergent focus on teams is more realistic than focusing on individual leadership, as an effective team may have a better chance of identifying and implementing a success strategy, discerning an inaccurate inter- interpretation of the environment, and developing internal capability based on empowered employees and a shared vision. I'll now hand you over to Chad.
Good. So, in conclusion, please note that leaders establish organizational direction through vision and strategy. They study the organization's environment, considering future changes and settling a shared vision that is credible yet not easily attainable. A shared vision energizes employees, presenting an inspiring future and establishing a standard of excellence. The mission, which excludes the company's core values and purpose, should persist as a reflection of the organization's enduring character. Effective leaders frame a noble purpose that inspires followers and helps maintain a competitive advantage. To frame a meaningful purpose, leaders can choose from four basic concepts. These are discovery, excellence, altruism, and heroism. Strategy is the serious work of translating vision and mission into action, focusing on core competence, synergy, and creating value for customers. Successful companies develop strategies that focus on core competences, synergy, and value creation. Leaders make a real difference for their organization when they link vision to strategic action, making vision more than just a dream. Superior organizational performance is determined by the decisions leaders make. For reference, we use Daft, the leadership experience. Any questions? Thank you very much.